Now let us discuss about hierarchical routing. When the network size increases, then automatically the number of routers in the network will increases. We know that every router will have a routing table. So the size of the routing table will also increases. Why? Because we know that routing table contains information about its neighboring routers also. But here the number of routers are very high, very large. So automatically when the size of the network increases, then the number of routers will also increases, as well as the size of the routing table will also increases. So the routers cannot handle the traffic efficiently because of too many entries in the routing table. So the major disadvantage here is we require more memory in order to save all the routers, in order to store all the routers information, as well as we require more bandwidth for storing all the routers. So in order to overcome this problem, we are using hierarchical routing. In this approach, what will happen is the network will be divided into various regions, where each region is a subnet. That means that region contains a collection of routers. So here we have a big network. So this network is divided into 5 regions. So this is region 1. Region 1 contains 3 routers such as 1A, 1B and 1C. Likewise, region 2 contains 4 routers such as 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. Region 3 contains 2 routers such as 3A, 3B. Region 4 contains 3 routers such as 4A, 4B, 4C. Region 5 contains 5 routers such as 5A, 5B, 5C, 5D. So here the big network is divided into various subnets, where each subnet is called as a region. So region means collection of routers. Okay. If we take this region, here we have 1A, 1B, 1C. Region 1 contains 3 routers. Here 1A knows information about how to route packet to 1B, as well as 1A knows information about 1C. Likewise, 1B knows information about how to route packets to 1A and 1C. So likewise, 1C knows information about 1A and 1B. But 1A doesn't aware about how to route packets to its next regions, such as region 2, region 3, region 4, region 5. So here the point is each router knows information about how to route packets to the routers of the same region. But a router doesn't aware about how to route packets to routers of other regions. So here what will happen? 2A knows about 2B, 2C, 2D. But 2A doesn't know how to route packets to region 1 routers. So in order to overcome this problem, we are using gateway router. We are using gateway router. So what is a gateway router? A gateway router contains information about other region router also. So if you take this region, 1B is a gateway router as well as 1C is a gateway router. Why? Because 1B knows information about 2A router and 1C is also a gateway router. Why? Because 1C router knows information about 3B router. So here what are the gateway routers? 1A, 1C, next to 2A, 2D, next to 5C, 5C, 5A, next to 4A, 3B. All these are gateway routers. So here we have an edge between, here we have a link between a router of one region to another router of other region. Okay. Here we have a link between 1B router of region 1 to 2A router of region 2. So how 1A router can send packets to 2A directly? It has to send the packet to 1B. Now 1B knows information about 2A. Why? Because here we have a link. So directly 1B can transmit the packet to the 2A. So now let's see the diagrams here. Full table for the 1A. So here 1A is nothing but source router. So how we can route a packet from the source router 1A to remaining all other routers. This is the first table. And the second table is hierarchical table for 1A. So that means here 1A is sending the packets to different regions such as 2, 3, 4, 5. So let us see the first table. Here we have two columns. So this is nothing but destination. So 1A, 1B, 1C. So this is one group, one region. Next to 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. So this is one group, one region. 3A, 3B, one group, one region. 4A, 4B, 4C, one region. Next 5A, B, C, D, E, another region. Next here we have two columns. The first column is line. So line is nothing but link, edge. Okay. So via which router we are sending. Okay. So here this line represents via which router we are sending the packet. Okay. And the next one is hop. Generally hop means router, but here hop means a link or edge. So let's see the explanation so that you will get the perfect clarity. Now what is the source router? 1A is the source router. And what is the destination router? 1B is the destination router. This line represents via which router, via which edge, via which link we are transmitting the packet. Okay. So 1A to 1B. So here we are transmitting the packet via 1B only. So here the line represents 1B. So next, how many hops are required? How many hops are required? Hops means, hop is nothing but a router. Generally, what is a hop? Hop is nothing but a router. So there is no difference between hop and router. So here hop, or we can call as link or edge also. So here 1A to 1B, how many links here? Here we have only one link. Okay. So that's why here we have written 1 here. Next, 1A to 1C. Directly we can transmit. So via 1C. So 1C. Next, how many hops are required? How many links are required? Only one link. Next, destination router is 2A. So 1A to 2A. So 1A can send packet to 1B. So one hop. Next, 1B can send packet to 2A. So this is one hop. This is second hop. So how many hops are required? 2 hops are required. So via which router? Via which router we are sending? Via 1B we are sending. So that's why here we have written 1B. 1B. So here next 1A to, what is the next one? 2B. So how many, via which router? Via 1B only. Okay. From this path also we can send. Via 1C also we can send, but we require more number of hops. But if we send via this path, we require less number of routers. So this is one path, second path, third path. So 3 paths are required. 3 hops are required. So via which router we are sending? 1B. Okay. So 1B is the gateway router for this region. Okay. Next 1A to 2C. 1A to 2C. So this is one path, second path, third path. So 3 routers are needed. 3 routers are needed. Next, what is the via which router? Via 1B only. So likewise we are sending the packets to 2D also. Next, let us see about 3A. 3A. So 3A means this is the region. So in order to transmit the packet to third region, so which router we are using? We are using the gateway router 1C. Why? Because 1C is nearer to region 3. We have a connection between 1C to 3B. So via this path we have to send. So 1A to 3A. So how many routers are needed? 1, 2, 3. 3 routers are needed. So 1A to 3A. 3 routers are needed. So via which router? Via 1C. So via 1C. Next 1A to 3B. So this is one line. This is second line. So 2 lines are enough. So 2 lines are enough. Via which router? 1C. Now let us see about 4C. Let us see about 4C. 4C. So here it is nearer to this one. Okay. So 1 link, 1, next to 2, next to 3, next 4. So 4 links are needed. So 1A to 4C. 4 links are needed. Next via which router? 1C. So like this we can easily construct the full table for the 1A. Here 1A is the source router, whereas all these are destination routers. This line represents via which router? Next hop. Hop is nothing but router, or here hop also represents line or edge also. Now let us see the hierarchical table for 1A. So that means here we are representing regions. How we can transmit the packets from one region to another region. Okay, the source router is same only, 1A only. So 1A to 1B, 1C. So these three are same only. So 1A to 1A means here what is the line? 1A to 1A. There is no need of any router. Why? Because source and destinations are same only. Next, how many hops are needed? Nothing. No need of any hops. Next 1B1, 1C1. It is same only. Next, what is the destination region? Second region. Now we want to transmit the packet from 1A to second region. So how many routers are needed here? So 1A to 1A to second region. So this is one router. This is second router. So this is nothing but second region. So how many hops are needed? 2 hops are needed. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the second region. 2 hops are needed. So via which router? Via 1B only. Next 1A to third region. So how many hops are needed? 1 second. So 2 hops are enough. 2 hops are enough. So that we will get the third region. So via which packet? 1C. So 1C2. So 1C2. Next to 1A to fourth one. So 1 hop, second hop, third hop. 3 hops are needed via 1C. So 1C 3 hops. Next to fifth one, 1C 4. So this is about hierarchical routing. So it is mainly useful when the network size is very big, very large. So that we can divide the entire network into various regions.